In the heart of Norse mythology, amid the battles, thunder, and twilight prophecies, stands a gentle and vital figure whose presence holds the Aesir together, not with war or wisdom, but with rejuvenation and life. Her name is Iduna, or Iðunn in Old Norse, the goddess of youth, the guardian of the golden apples that sustain the immortality of the gods. While often a quieter presence compared to the likes of Odin or Thor, Iduna's role is arguably just as crucial. Without her, the mighty gods of Asgard would wither, weaken, and die. Iduna is the wife of Bragi, the god of poetry, and her name means the rejuvenating one, or she who renews. She is associated with beauty, vitality, and renewal. Her most famous attribute is her magical apples, which are stored in a special box and given only to the gods to eat when they begin to age. These apples are not merely food, they are the very essence of eternal life, a divine sustenance that keeps the Aesir gods ageless. The significance of Iduna is most powerfully illustrated in a tale found in the Prose Edda, particularly the story of her abduction by the Juction giant Thjazi. One day, Loki, as mischievous as ever, finds himself in trouble with Thjazi. To save himself, he agrees to lure Iduna out of Asgard and deliver her to the giant. He does so by tempting her with the promise of even more powerful apples outside the realm of the gods. Iduna, curious and trusting, follows Loki and is immediately snatched by Thjazi, who flies off with her to his icy home in Thrymheim. As soon as Iduna disappears, the effects are felt across Asgard. The gods begin to age rapidly, their strength wanes, and panic spreads. The realization sets in that without Iduna and her apples, they are no longer gods in any practical sense. They are mortal. The balance of power in the cosmos begins to tilt, threatening the order of the universe. Desperate, the gods force Loki to correct his betrayal. Using Freya's magical falcon cloak, Loki transforms into a bird and flies to Thrymheim. There, he finds Iduna alone and transforms her into a nut, carrying her in his talons. Thjazi quickly realizes the theft and gives chase, but the gods ignite a great fire at the gates of Asgard. As Thjazi flies into the flames, he is burned to death, and Iduna is restored to the golden halls of the gods along with her life-giving fruit. This tale serves many mythological functions. On the surface, it is an adventure narrative with deception, rescue, and vengeance. But on a deeper level, it reveals how essential youth, vitality, and cyclical renewal are to divine and cosmic order. The gods are not invincible on their own. They depend on life-giving forces. Iduna represents that force. Iduna's association with apples is especially meaningful. Apples in Norse myth are symbolic of fertility, youth, and eternal life. The golden apples she guards have been linked to similar magical fruit in other mythologies, such as the golden apples of the Hesperides in Greek myth or the tree of life in biblical texts, demonstrating a universal archetype of fruit that grants immortality or divine favor. Iduna is also one of the few female figures in Norse mythology who is not associated with war or death, but with life and nurture. In this way, she balances the mythos, providing a counterpoint to the many sagas filled with combat and destruction. She doesn't wield a sword or manipulate fate, but she is nonetheless indispensable. Her role affirms the Norse belief in the cyclical nature of life, where even gods must renew and recharge to fulfill their roles. In the modern revival of Norse spirituality and Asatru, Iduna is honored as a goddess of wellness, natural cycles, and even herbalism. She is invoked in rituals of healing and personal transformation, and her golden apples are sometimes symbolized with offerings of actual fruit, honey, or nature-based charms. Those who seek spiritual renewal or who walk paths of health and self-care often turn to Iduna as a patroness. Though she may not command thunder or shape the world with her words, Iduna's quiet power underpins the very immortality of the gods. Without her, there is no Asgard, no strength in Mjolnir, no prophecy in Odin's eye. She is a goddess not of loud declarations, but of essential truths. Life must be renewed, and even the divine must rest and be nourished. Her myth is a timeless lesson that youth and energy are not eternal gifts, but gifts that must be nurtured, protected, and never taken for granted.